What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Tishana Thunderwave. Hope you're excited. As far as opening hand goes, yes, this looks beautiful. We're going to keep Panharmonicon. Hey, how you doing? All right. Let's get let's get the commander squared up. Yeah, we got a good hand. I love it. We've got Chart a Course for turn 2 to draw a little bit extra cards. And we're playing against Grimgrin, House of Horrors. Lovely. Hopefully our opponent... Oh, beautiful. They don't have to go past 5. Let's go ahead and anything for turn 1. Nothing for turn 1. Let's just go and get down the... Let's get into the Yavimaya Coast. Sounds good. We're going to go and pass the turn. We are playing Tishana, Voice of Thunder. Tishana, Voice of Thunder, power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no max hand size. Whenever Tishana enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature that you control. Let's go and get down the... I guess we'll get down the Reliquary Tower. Let's go for Chart a Course. Draw 2 cards. We don't have a creature to attack with, so we're going to have to discard a card, but at this point we're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and get rid of 1, 2... I like holding on to the lands. Panharmonicon, Factor Fiction. Yeah, let's just go and get rid of Heart of Progress. In my playtesting, it's a little slow. It's one of those cards that, you know, once you get down to Tishana and you have a really established board state, it's great. You can really start flashing some stuff in. But early game, it's just a little slow. So it's kind of one of those lands you want to draw in late game. And then I'll cover Grimgrin in just a second. So let's go ahead and let's get the Flooded Strand down. We could go for Wood Elves. If we wanted to wait for Panharmonicon, we could go for that. Let's get down the... Actually, let's go and go Flooded Strand. Let's go and crack the Flooded Strand. And actually, I know what we're going to use Green Sun Zenith for. Let's go for the Priest card. That way we can at least kind of get some good elves going. Let's get the Tropical Island down. Let's go Green Sun Zenith for 2. I thought about going for Dryad Arbor, but I kind of like this line of play a little bit better. Let's go Priest on the battlefield. That way we can go for Panharmonicon next turn and then get double Wood Elves and really kind of start to amplify from there. We're playing against Grimgrin, Corpseborn. Enters the battlefield, does not untap during your next untap step. Sacrifice another creature, untap Grimgrin, put a +1 counter on. Then whenever it attacks, destroy target creature defending player controls, put a +1 counter on Grimgrin. Let's go and get the island down. Let's go for Panharmonicon so we can sing that beautiful, beautiful harmonic song. Get that down. And then we'll go and swing it. Well, we'll just go and pass. I don't really want to lose Priest to some sort of flash creature or something like that. So we'll go and pass to their opponent. Hopefully they can keep making their land drops and they don't end up with a bad hand or something like that and get some good value going. Always like it when our opponent gets some stuff. Oh, Erebos. Okay. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Let's go put the... we need to get down Temple of... Well, it'll be Scry on that. Actually, let's go ahead and go Wood Elves. I like that. Yeah, let's go Wood Elves. That way we can get the double triggers, get those on the battlefield, and then we can go for Temple of Mystery. Let's go Dryad Arbor. Let's go Breeding Pool. And then I'll come into play Untapped. Yeah, let's go and grab that. Not going to pay 2. And let's go ahead and go for Temple of Mystery. Get the Scry going. Let's go put that on the bottom for right now. And then we do have at least 3 elves on the battlefield with blue mana. So we can actually just go ahead and... No, excuse me. We only have 2 elves on the battlefield. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So if we wanted to, we could Ghostly Flicker to get a couple more lands on the battlefield. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're actually online for Tishana. So I kind of like... just holding on to Ghostly Flicker to maybe we can get a little bit more card draw to maybe hopefully outrace Grimgrin. So that's what we're going for. And let's see what's happening on this one. Alright, opponent's tapping out. Draw a card. Digging for some answers. But yes, as far as with this build of Tishana, this is 100% just, man, good value stuff. That's all it is. We've got a lot of elves on the bottom end to help us kind of ramp into some stuff. And then we have some good enter the battlefield creatures. And then outside of that, our finishers, we have Crater Hoof, Avenger of Zendikar, we have Tooth and Nail. We have a lot of the Simic All-Stars, if you're used to seeing. We have Prophet of Crufix himself. So if you want to get his autograph, hopefully he might make an appearance today. I'm not making any promises. And then, it's just silly. We have Cadell, too, in here. That way if we bust a really big Tishana, Cadell's on the battlefield, we can get that going. But yes, this is definitely a Soundly Simic Alarm style deck. Alright, opponent's got some pretty interesting stuff in the graveyard. Grave Titan. We'll see what we got going on. And we have 1, 2 off the, so we can't really we could go for Ghostly Flicker if we wanted to get some extra stuff. But yeah, I'd like saving it for Tishana, getting a little bit of extra value. And in fact, let's go and get down the City of Brass. Let's go and go for it. I think so. I think that sounds good. Let's go for Tishana. We're going to get double triggers. Oh, yes. And then do we want to push in? Let's go and tap out for green. Green, blue. We're going to get that done. Yeah, that's fine, City of Brass. We're okay. And the good thing is we do have Reliquary Tower on the battlefield, so that's going to be a good way for us to go Tishana, enter the battlefield. Oh, yes. Draw into Impulse, okay. Then we draw into some more. Ooh, Deranged Hermit, okay. Anything else? We do have at least Merfolk Shaman, so we have two off the priest, which well, actually we have 3 total mana. So we can go for anything that costs 3, but everything in our hand is 4 or more, so we're not going to be able to get that down just yet. I guess we'll just go ahead and push in with the crew. Got the elf crew swinging in. That's going to be 3 and put him down to 25. Alright. Kick it over our opponent. So, if we get an opportunity with all these creatures on the battlefield, we have Ghostly Flicker next turn. So we can actually just Ghostly Flicker Tishana and Wood Elves to really get some good value off of that. We also have Impulse Time Twister to kind of really start shaking our hand up. And then if we want to go Deranged, we can actually just cast Deranged Hermit. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ghostly Flicker on Tishana and Deranged Hermit. I think that sounds pretty good. You know, if we're just facing against zombies at this point right now, and we're just staring down a Diregraph Colossus, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot on this one. All right, see what we draw into. Draw into Lumbering Falls. Let's go and get the forest down. Equal to the number of cards in your hand. Let's go ahead and let's go for Deranged Hermit. Actually, let's go and push in with, well, that's going to have Death Touch. I don't know if we want to go for that just yet. Yeah, let's go for Deranged Hermit. I like this. I like Deranged Hermit. We're gonna go value on this one. I've played against Arkham twice in a row and just got taken out behind the woodshed. So I'm ready to kind of just drive pretty fast on this one. All right, so we've got 8 squirrel tokens on the battlefield. Oh yes, beautiful. Looks good. And then anything else, we can push in with Tishana, but with it being a 10-10 Diregraph, I guess we could kind of force the issue with it if we swing in some other creatures. Now we'll just go and hold on to it. I like passing the turn. Hopefully, if we go for Ghostly Flicker on Tishana and all these squirrel tokens out there, we might be able to rip into a Crater Hoof to really kind of help push in that nice commander damage, which would be pretty nice. But yeah, you can see where just going like, because when I originally built Tishana, I almost went to Eldrazi tokens. You know, a lot of the creatures that enter the battlefield, and you get a couple Scion tokens, and it just lacked that punch. I'm like, I'm playing blue-green Simic colors, and like my deck just really is just underperforming. And a lot of it was just those Eldrazi tokens. You know, it sounded like a good idea, but as I kept playing, I was like, man, this is just not good. But you can see where stuff like just simply Panharmonicon and a Deranged Hermit on the battlefield with a bunch of squirrels. Oh, yes. Really good. And then also, Deranged Hermit is an elf, so we need to keep that in mind with Priest of Titania. Because it does not look like an elf. It just looks like a dude with really long hair. I mean, that's not an elf. This is an elf. You can see the elf features. Well, I guess technically the ears out. I just got... Yeah, Deranged Hermit proved me wrong. You can see the elves popping out of the hair, but still, it doesn't really look like an elf to me. Yeah. I would say that's not an elf. And, you know, technically it does say elf, but it doesn't look like an elf to me. Anyway, beggars, I don't know. There's nothing we can do. We can't go back and change it. All right, opponent's going for Gisengoralf. Okay, and then that's put the top 4 cards of your library. If they're going for that, I feel pretty good about bouncing Ghostly Flicker on Tishana for some Deranged Hermit. And to get a couple more squirrels and some good value creatures. I think that sounds good. And we'll see what the best way we can really utilize our mana. Sorry if I hit the mic right there for a second. Let's go ahead and click on Tishana and make sure it goes to exile instead of the command zone. There we go. Let's go to our instep. Let's go for Ghostly Flicker. Tap out for 3. That's going to be tapping out for blue. Let's go for Ghostly Flicker on Tishana and Deranged Hermit. Oh, yes. Look at this value. Alright, so let's go ahead and put Tishana's triggers on the stack first. That way we can make sure we get a ton of extra creatures. Don't want to deck ourselves, but really want to hit that Crater Hoof. We do have, I'm pretty sure we do have Laboratory Maniac in here. Alright. Well, we do draw into, oh, there's Crater Hoof in the end. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and cast Crater Hoof and just, oh, this is going to be absolutely delightful. Tishana's at a 51-51 right now, and our opponent's completely tapped out. I'm not going to pay for the Echo cost because we're about to get some Panharmonicon on Crater Hoof. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Actually, let's tap the mana first. It's going to be 1. Let's go green. Come on, City of Brass. I know. We're going to deal 1 damage to you. City of Brass is such a diva sometimes. Let's get the land drop down some turn to get this one down. That's going to be 6, 7. I think that's 8 total mana. That's enough for Crater Hoof. Oh, yes, beautiful. Man, I just played against Arkham twice and got just beat over the head with Larry David's disc, and this feels so good to get on that free. Oh, yes, beautiful. Get some 43 squirrels. Let's go and send the whole crew in. Why not? Let's have some fun. Dryad Arbor's over there. 92-92 Tishana. Oh, yes, this is exactly how we drew it up. Our opponent's being a pretty good sport on this. Thanks for being a good sport. Negative. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Okay, all right, everybody. Hey, if you enjoyed that Simic Sound Alarms style match right there, like and subscribe. All right, bye.